What is up, everybody? Escape211 here. We are on the test server today, and we're going to be looking at the new mech. I know I'm behind, but I had some issues with the test server, but we're going to take a look at Bastion right now. All right, most of you have already seen this guy, and you have an idea of what he can do, so I'm not really going to get into the stats and too much other stuff. We'll talk a bit about his ability, but overall, he's a really solid tank. I actually like him a lot. He fits the aggressive tank that I think a lot of us want. And honestly, he feels like a better version of Ares. In a lot of ways, he's better. He has a shield kind of like Ares. It's one that you can use to push with, but it's one that also has extra benefits of the blast shield, like the actual blast that it does and the EMP effect. So that in some ways makes him better. His shield has a longer cooldown on it when it actually expires and then has to charge back up. And it is considered kind of like a personal shield like Juggernaut. So if you're hit with like the overheat or stasis or something like that, it will not just affect his shield, it will affect Bastion as well, it appears to, whereas Ares, his shield can take the brunt of that and it won't affect the mech. And Ares also has a wide shield, so he can actually protect teammates a little better than Bastion, but overall, like, stat-wise, very similar, but he also has more HP, a better shield, so ultimately, stat-wise and the ability makes him better, in my opinion, than Ares. I don't know if I'll say he's the best tank, because I think Juggernaut will do better in endgame versus mortars than him, of course, and then Aegis has a little bit more speed and can make some really clutch plays with his ability. So I think that, you know, it's pretty balanced, but he is a very strong tank. And if you're into tanks, especially the more aggressive style of a tank and you want to get in the face, he is probably going to be your best one for it. Now, I'm not really going to, like I said, go into too much. We'll get into a match here in a second. One thing I did want to say is his implants. I wanted to talk about that because, actually, I'm not going to do it from here. We're going to go into pilots because it's going to be easier. Whoops. From our inventory to take a peek at that. All right, so if I go into implants and we go to the mechs section, you will see that he has two implants and they come in legendary, epic, and rare, all three. And so it's the blast range and then the blast damage, okay? So I did do some testing with this, and the blast range seems to be about 30 meters, but it doesn't seem exact, at least not on the test server. And then when I hit something with an EMP, it appears to be only very short, like half a second or maybe a second of EMP. I think this is a glitch in the test server though, because when I saw their spotlight, they did say, I believe, that the blast range is 30 meters, and when I saw the EMP in action, it looked like it was like maybe 3 to 5 seconds, something of that range, I think. I don't know exactly. So, you know, my testing is probably off, and if I do it on the main server, that might be better. But regardless, though, these two implants that we're talking about are the core of his stuff. Both of them seem like they're great implants to really benefit him, and some people might think, okay, the blast range is a nice one. That makes a lot of sense, no brainer there, but why do you need blast damage? Can't I just use mech ability damage? Well, this is important to know about this mech, in my opinion. The ability damage, based on when you click on the word mech, it does not show him in the list, so I don't think this will actually affect his ability, the ability damage. Same kind of thing for ability duration. You would think this potentially could affect the length of the EMP, because if I click on mech, you will see Zephyr and you will see Surge in here, but Bastion is not in the list, so I don't think that ability duration will work on him either. The only one I actually see it work for is ability cooldown. So in my opinion, the ability range and the ability cooldown are probably his strongest implants to focus on. Ability damage is also solid. It does some solid damage, and that'll just make that better if you're focused on that. But those are the deal with the implants. So we're going to jump into a match here just so we can see how this guy plays. So here we go. All right. Here we go with some Bastion. All right. Oh, build-wise, this is a 3-star one. I'm using the Arc 6s just because I think, you know, close range is really the way to go with this guy if you can. I love the way that shield looks, super cool. I'll put the build up so you guys can see. I don't remember exactly what implants I have on. Probably just the awesomest or the best I can get at this stage. But I'm running him as a 3-star setup. Alright, I'm gonna have to get used to this range, man. I've gotten used to my arcs being like pretty much max range, so it's just shorter. This is like, I'm at like 40, maybe a little bit above that, because these aren't maxed out arcs. I think they're just the stock ones, so they're not full. I think at max it's 40 meters before you add implants, but with my implants I'm right at about 40. Man, I feel like I'm following this Ares around and I'm not meaning to. All right, let's try to go. Yeah, let's go to center. Let's go this way though, because we got a couple guys over here. Oh, never mind. Let's focus on this guy because he's gonna come at us, or he's gonna go for our home beacon. Nope, I don't want him to take it, and I can't reach him. I forgot that. And dang, this guy is slow, man. I haven't run tanks too often, and I forget how slow they are. This guy is not the slowest, but like we said, he's also not the fastest either. He's 18. His speed is 18, so he's a little bit slower than Panther. Same as Ares. You guys probably already know that from seeing the stats yourselves. I do like this skin. This is just one of the rare skins you can get. I just grabbed it on a test server because it honestly reminded... it reminded me of, a game I used to play, Rise of Robots 2. There was a character on there named Rook who had like a bright red look just like this guy does. Reminded me of it, so I thought it looked super cool. Oh, come on, Ares, get out of my way. All right, there we go. Let's get this center. This guy coming in, we'll take him out. Oh, he took my kill. Bad AI. No, it's all right. They're supporting me. That's good. All right, let's see if we can get this guy with the blast range, maybe. There we go. Yeah, and you can see like my EMP time is super short. Oh no! You just kind of like chilled there. All right, he was reloading. Okay. Yeah, the EMP time on this does not seem like it's the actual time. Oh, I'm surprised we got that kill in between there. Go ahead, take out my shield. Get hit. Boom, take it. Yeah, I wish that EMP was the realistic time frame. I really think it's supposed to be longer. If it is like half a second, that's kind of silly. Seems a little pointless. Wouldn't really provide much benefit. I'm pretty sure the way they had it on the video is correct. And it's probably that way on the main server. But you guys can let me know if somebody has Bastion. I don't have him yet, and I haven't seen him enough to know how long the EMP actually is. But I'm willing to bet it's longer than that. It seems like it's 3 to 5 seconds, which would make sense. Yeah, he can tear it up pretty good. I'm at 3 stars. The AI is even with me. So this is even against bots, and he's actually doing quite well at surviving these encounters, as well as just laying down solid damage with the stock arcs. So, you know, I do have obviously good implants and a decent pilot. It's a limited pilot, just so I can get the sprint benefit. But, you know, I mean, it's not crazy good for a setup. It's pretty even, I feel like, with the AI, and he's doing quite well. So he's just slow. That's all. All right, there we go. There it is. Chad 211's got it. He is a big Chad, isn't he? Kind of a Chad. But overall, man, I think he's a really good tank. I think he's solid. If you want a good tank in your hangar, especially for right now, if you're one who is someone who pays, he's good. I don't think he's one that you have to get. I also still feel like tanks in general are still a little behind the meta, but this guy is really good. And if you want a tank or play that role, he's going to be great for it. So you guys can let me know what you think of him below, and we will see you out there on the battlefield.